Dorian Yates on modern bodybuilding, it was better in the 90s. Six-time Mr. Olympia Dorian Yates recently shared his honest thoughts on the state of modern bodybuilding, and he didn't hold back. Known for his granite conditioning and unprecedented density during the 1990s, Yates believes today's open competitors have lost touch with what true bodybuilding should represent. Some of the guys are bigger now, I suppose, Yates said, but they don't combine it with the conditioning. They're just big. For me, all the guys that compete in the open now look like they've got another 6 weeks to go, mate. Yates pointed out that while athletes today may carry more total mass, many lack the sharp, grainy look that defined champions of his era. Back then, we were going for size, but you had to be sliced as well, he explained. Now, they've just gone for size. He also acknowledged how bodybuilding has evolved into multiple divisions: men's physique, classic physique, and open bodybuilding, but said that the essence of the sport feels different. Some of the guys are heavier on stage, Yates said, but I don't think they're as good. When asked about comparisons between eras, Yates gave a direct answer. I get that question all the time, and people get pissed off when I say it, he admitted. But yeah, of course it was better in the 90s. For Yates, the golden era wasn't just about muscle size, it was about combining mass, conditioning, and presentation into a complete package. And while modern bodybuilding continues to evolve, the shadow remains firm in his belief that the 1990s set the standard that today's athletes still struggle to match. Yates is contrasting two key aspects of competition-level physique presentation: conditioning versus off-season look. His remark implies many athletes are arriving at shows in a state that visually resembles the extreme peak condition usually reserved for the final 1 or 2 weeks before competition. In other words, instead of showing a raw, off-season look from which they then sharpen up, many appear already shredded, suggesting their body is almost in contest shape. Mass versus detail. Yates built his career during the early mass monster era, large size and ultra-tight conditioning. He suggests today's competitors may have extraordinary mass, but often the raw visual, when not fully peaking, lacks the crispness he favored. Through his words, "They're just big. For me, all the guys that compete in the open now look like they've got another 6 weeks to go, mate." Standard setting. Yates set a benchmark in the 90s for what a champion open bodybuilder looked like: thick muscle, dense separation, and razor conditioning. He's questioning whether current athletes are increasingly being judged on mass alone rather than the full package of conditioning, symmetry, and structure. Timing and strategy. If competitors consistently enter shows in near-peak conditioning, it raises questions about longevity, health, and the ability to maintain presence between shows. Could show physiques become unsustainable year-round? Judging criteria. For fans and athletes alike, his comment suggests the judging panel may still be valuing the same traits Yates emphasized, but that the means of getting there, and how athletes look when not peaking, may have shifted. Aim for balance, mass and condition. Yates' era showed you could bring both. Monitor your off-season look. If you look like you're about 2 weeks from competition all the time, you might be sacrificing overall development or recovery. Understand the game. Knowing how you come in 5 to 6 weeks out gives insight into how you should train, diet and plan your peak. Remember the broader picture: strength, symmetry, muscularity, aesthetics, and conditioning all count, not just being the biggest guy in the room. Dorian Yates' blunt assessment invites both reflection and critique. It challenges the current generation of open bodybuilders, and the fans judging them, to consider, what does champion-level morphe into now? Is the standard simply massive and shredded, or is there still room for nuance, timing, and old-school balance? Yates' remark may carry a spark of nostalgia, but it also spotlights a sport in evolution.